All right, welcome back to Shooting Lights Out. As you can see here, we're trying to get back into our playoff session. Let's talk some playoffs, shall we? And to begin, we're going to start off with this. Lakers and the Memphis Grizzlies 125-85 in Game 6 to win the series 4-2 to take out the Memphis Grizzlies. Don't worry, I'm going to dive deeper into this one. But you see all the circle dots around. You see none of the Grizzly starters scored more points than Anthony Davis. Desmond Bain, 15 points in 37 minutes played. John Morant, 10 minutes and 34 minutes played. Dylan Brooks, 10 points in 26 minutes played. Jaren Jackson Jr., Defensive Player of the Year, 14 points, 4 boards, and 32 minutes played. That is abysmal. That is terrible. That is freaking outrageous. But I will say some of that anger when the flavor foul comes for the Memphis Grizzlies. For the Los Angeles Lakers, 16 and 14 from Anthony Davis. You got 22 from LeBron James with 5 and 6. 31 from D'Angelo Russell. By the way, Kyrie Irving was in attendance. By the way, maybe that sparked D'Angelo Russell to do what he did. But 31 points for D'Angelo Russell, 5 from 9 from three-point range. That's a measly 11 points from Austin Reeves. But hey, when you beat the team by 40, you just do whatever you need to do and just get up the game and go on about your business. But yeah, 125-85. Yeah, the shooting rules for the Grizzlies 30%, to the Lakers about 54%. These dudes blocked 15 damn shots. The Lakers blocked 15 blocks by the Lakers. I can't believe I'm speaking like this about the Los Angeles Lakers. Good gracious. This is even more reason why I can't stand with this right now. I can't wait to get that flagrant fraud because y'all really pissed me off that I got to talk like this about the goddamn Lakers. 52 to 32 points in the paint. They out physical to about 20. It was plus 20 Lakers in the paint. This is abysmal. And the Lakers want the number 2 seed. The Grizzlies want the number 2 seed. Nonetheless, the Lakers finished them off, and they was waiting for their matchup, whoever they get to face in the semifinals in the West. And that took place in Game 7 in Sacramento between the Golden State Warriors and the Sacramento Kings. And my God, 120 to 100, the champs, the reigning, defending NBA champions, the Golden State Warriors, will not be going, well, they will be going home, but they'll be going home to play in the Western Conference Semifinals because Steph Curry with the 50 burger. 50 points. He was not looking. And you look at everybody else. Draymond Green on the 8 points, Kevon Looney on the 11, but he did get 21 rebounds, which is amazing. Andrew Wiggins, 17 points. Klay Thompson, 16 points. Jordan Poole had like 10. 50 points from Steph Curry. And on the other side, the closest player of the year, De'Aaron Fox, can only give you 16 if you're a Sacramento fan. DeMarcus Sabonis finally had a game where he scored 20 points, but he still got beat by 20 because De'Aaron Fox couldn't do nothing. Keegan Murray only had 10 points. Malik Monk struggled. Harrison Barnes struggled. Everybody on Sacramento struggled because it was game. The pressure is different in a Game 7 win or go home scenario. And the champs showed up, and particularly Steph Curry. If you look at 43% from the Warriors, 43 out of 100, 37.5% from the Kings who were at home. That's your difference right there. Everything is pretty much nip and tuck. Yeah, that was Steph Curry, and that's my post. When I found out what he did, Steph Curry with the 50-piece Sunday dinner in Sacramento. Everybody got something. He had a 50-piece, and he gave it to everybody in Sacramento, so everybody was not. Nobody had to feel unwanted because everybody got a piece of the 50 points that Curry put in Sacramento. Not only that, look at this. We have the reaction. Trae Young, unreal performance, Steph different. Kevin Durant, who's playing for the Suns now, legendary 30. 50 pieces. DeMar DeRozan, Steph Curry, a bad man. People people took notice and went to Twitter because that dude, Stephen Curry, went in on Sacramento. Which now finishes off the first round of the NBA playoffs, and this is where we are at. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking the Miami Heat and the New York Knicks do battle, which I'll get to them because they played their first game of the series. The Philadelphia 76ers and the Boston Celtics, they get ready to do battle tonight, and I'll get to that a little later. On the west side, it's the Denver Nuggets and the Phoenix Suns as they got started with game one. Game two is tonight. We'll talk about that. And then the Warriors and the Lakers get started on tomorrow for their series. As you can see how each of the first round series went. Nuggets in 5, Suns in 5, Warriors in 3, Lakers in 6, Celtics in 6, Sixers in the sweep, Knicks in 5, Heat in 5. So that's where we are at right now as we go into the semifinals. And game one of this series took place on Saturday. That was the lone game played on Saturday between the Phoenix Suns and the Denver Nuggets. And not what the Phoenix Suns had in mind to start game one. 125-117. Denver Nuggets take game one. Kevin Durant, 29 points, 14 boards. Devin Booker, 27 points. DeAndre Ayton, 14 points, 7 boards. Why is Kevin Durant doubling your rebounding, DeAndre Ayton? I just want to know that. By the way, speaking of which, Nikola Jokic, the Joker, 24 points, 19 rebounds. Statistically, are you telling me, DeAndre Ayton, that the Joker punked you in game one? He made you look like a punk in game one. Is that what I'm looking at? Is that what I'm looking at? 19 rebounds to your 7? And then Kevin Durant doubled you in rebounding your own teammate? Is that what I'm looking at? Are you being a punk in game one, DeAndre Ayton? If this is what you're going to give the Phoenix Suns, y'all going to get y'all ass kicked out of here quick, fast, in a hurry. Because if DeAndre ain't going to help somewhat neutralize the Joker, y'all going to get y'all ass whooped because he had 24 and 19. Aaron freaking Gordon, 23 points. And by the way, the man who just loves playoff basketball is Jamal Murray. No, he just dropped 34 with 9 assists and 5 points. That's all Jamal Murray did. He just dropped 34, 5, and 9. And that's why y'all got your ass whooped by 18 in game one. Now, if it's something similar in game two, y'all asses damn sure in trouble because we see the same thing in game two. We're going to be looking at y'all like, y'all going to finish. Y'all going to need to do something. Oh, and by the way, Devin Booker played 40 minutes. Kevin Durant played 36 minutes. And Chris Paul playing 32 minutes. That's not sustainable if you're finished, y'all. But Monte Williams got to find somebody off that bench to help spell these guys. Get them a break. If not, the Nuggets going to run through him. They're going to run through him. If I'm Phoenix and I'm Phoenix Suns, I'm from the Suns fans, I'm worried. If I'm Charles Barkley, I'm worried. This ain't good. But it's only game one. We'll see how game two goes. And then once we get to game three, we'll see how game three goes. But I'll have a little concerns if I'm a Suns fan right now. Then we get to what this series that took place yesterday. They tipped off game one down in Madison Square Garden between the Miami Heat and the New York Knicks. MSG was rocking us out. The rivalry is renewed. These two franchises are facing off for the 6th time in the playoffs. The last time they faced off was 2012 when Carmelo Anthony was leading the Knicks against LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Paul. I guess you can figure out how they went for the Knicks. Yeah. All right. Game one. Miami. 108-101. Still in home court advantage from the New York Knicks out the gates. Jimmy Butler, before he rolled his ankle and is empty for game two, as that breaking news came down, he's empty from game two from Coach Spoelstra. 25 points, 11 boards. But he got help. Gabe Vincent, 20 points, 5 from 12 from 3-point range. Kyle Lowry came off the bench, gave them 18 points. Jimmy Butler had help. For the Knicks, Jalen Brunson, he had 25 points. 0 from 7 from 3. RJ Barrett had 26. 1 from 5 from 3. Josh Hart, a measly 10 points. No Julius Randle. That's why you see Obi Toppin in there. Obi Toppin was effective. He had 18 points for 11 from 3. 8 rebounds. But between Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, and RJ Barrett, as you can see, circle or square, if you want to say, 1 for 16 from 3. One for 16 from 3. Gabe Vincent by himself outshot those 3. Because Gabe Vincent went 5 for 12 from 3. And to make matters worse, as you can see here, the Knicks were up 11 after the first quarter. From the second quarter on, the Miami Heat outscored the New York Knicks 87 to 69. 87 to 69. That is an 18-point difference. The reason why the Heat ended up winning by 7 after being down 11 after the end of the first quarter. To even highlight more of that horrific three-point shooting from the Knicks, 7 for 34. That is 20.6% from 3. While the Heat shot 33.3% from 3. They was 1 of 3 from 3 in terms of that. 13 for 39. The Knicks was terrible at shooting threes. Points off turnovers. Heat had 22 points off turnover to the Knicks 8. And the Heat turned the ball over 9 times. How you get 9 turnovers from a team, but you can't have more points than the turnovers the team committed? That don't make sense to me. That really doesn't. The Heat turned the ball over 9 times, and they only surrendered 8 points on the 9 turnovers. That don't make sense to me. But the Knicks turned the ball over 13 times, and the Heat scored 22 points off those. Make it make sense, New York. Make it make sense. I mean, you crushed them in the paint, 62 to 38. That's a 14-point difference. That's a 24-point difference right there in the paint. But they kicked your ass in turnovers and, well, they kicked your ass in points off turnovers and then the 3-point shooting. That's why you lost. And plus, Jimmy Butler being Jimmy Butler, like, there's nothing you can do about that. Josh Hart's a great defender. He's a good defender. I love it. But he ain't stopping Jimmy Butler. I mean, it's the 6th consecutive game that Jimmy Butler has dropped 25 points and was at least 50% from the field. He was 8 for 16 from the field in game 1 by dropping 25 points. I mean, playoff Jimmy is a real thing. You're not stopping it. I'm sorry. But he, like I said, he does have a road ankle. And Coach Spo said is right now iffy that he plays in game 2. But they'll probably say Jimmy Butler knowing that, hey, getting a split, which is most like how most teams think when they're on the road first. Hey, we got the game that we wanted. We got game 1. We can lose game 2, go back home and get ready to do what it is. Same thing happened between them two when the Knicks played the Cavaliers and the Miami Heat played the Bucks. They both stole game 1. Game 2, the home team, they let the home team do their thing. And from that point on, they just both teams picked up 3 straight, ending both their series in 5. The same exact way. So we'll see how game 2 goes, but we'll get that. But there's 2 series that get ready to tip off later. One tips off tonight, the other one tips off tomorrow night. And as you see here, the Philadelphia 76ers going against the Boston Celtics, and the Los Angeles Lakers going against the Golden State Warriors. First up, the Boston Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers. East semifinals matchup. The reigning defending Eastern Conference champion, the Boston Celtics, looking to redefend their title and make it back to the NBA championship, while the Philadelphia 76ers are trying to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since 2001, when they went to the NBA Finals by Allen Iverson and crew. But they run into the Los Angeles Lakers led by Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal. Yes. Unfortunately for the 76ers, Joel Embiid is doubtful for game 1. Not a good thing if you're a 76ers fan. Going against a Boston team who might be feeling some type of because they know they let Atlanta hang around a little too long because the series should be ended in 5, but they had to go back to Atlanta to finish it off in game 6. And shout out to Jason Tatum for apologizing to Janet Jackson because you made her reschedule her concert in Atlanta when it shouldn't have happened. You should have handled business like you're supposed to in game 5, but you did it in game 6. Without Joel Embiid, the Sixers had no chance in hell to beat the Boston Celtics without Joel Embiid. If you can get Joel Embiid on the court, that is great. That's what you need. If not, you're gonna get your ass whipped by the Boston Celtics. Now here's the thing: if you can get Joel Embiid back on the court and say at least game 2, maybe 3, you have a chance because one of the things that has suffered from the coaching changes from Ime Udoka to Joe Mazzulla is the defense of the Boston Celtics. That is not as potent as they used to be. For whatever reason, that defense has taken a dip. That defense is not as sharp as it needs to be. And that could be a way from James Harden, Joel Embiid, and the 76ers to make this a very interesting season or series and make Boston really fight to defend their throne. But we shall see, though. We shall see. As for this one, so the Golden State Warriors go from one California battle to another California battle. They won the Northern California battle between the Golden State Warriors and the Sacramento Kings. Now Golden State have to win the California battle between them and the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron James, AD leading the Lakers against Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole, Draymond Green, and the reigning defending NBA champion Golden State Warriors. This is the first time that LeBron James and Steph Curry get to meet each other that is not in the damn finals. All 4 of the other meetings took place in the 4 or 5. I'm gonna say 5. Oh no, 4 meetings. All 4 of them meetings met off in the championship game. That's when they had to go 4 straight against each other. LeBron James took 1, Steph Curry took 3. 2015, it was the Golden State Warriors and Steph Curry. 2016, it was LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. 2017, 2018 was Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and the Golden State Warriors because they was beating the brakes off everybody those 2 seasons. In the first year, they beat the Cavs and LeBron in 5. Then the following year, they just beat them in 4 with no problem whatsoever. There you go. Now, thoughts on this series here. Can Kevon Looney and Draymond Green make things difficult for Anthony Davis? Because if Anthony Davis has a similar series that he had against the Memphis Grizzlies, Golden State is in trouble because Jaren Jackson won Defensive Player of the Year. But Anthony Davis played like the Defensive Player of the Year. And he plays like that against the Golden State Warriors. I don't like the Warriors' chances. LeBron James gonna do LeBron James things. Steph Curry gonna do Steph Curry things. On the other side, Jordan Poole, where the hell you gonna show up? You got your bag, you got your money. When the hell is your ass gonna show up for the goddamn playoffs? That's right, I'm calling your ass out. You're supposed to be the splash cousin, but you ain't splashing. When you gonna start splashing? And by the way, when Snowman hears it, he's gonna agree with me. He's definitely gonna agree with me because he know what I'm saying is true. He can't stand the Lakers. I don't know who can't stand the Lakers more, me or him. But I think it's me because I can be objective while saying it though. But Jordan Poole, when you gonna be the splash cousin that you need to be? Klay Thompson is struggling, but we have seen Klay Thompson become that splash brother when it's time to be that splash brother. So he wasn't needed on Saturday. It was he wasn't needed on Sunday. On yesterday, Steph Curry led the way. But Klay Thompson gonna need at least a game or 2 when he's rocking with Steph, and the splash brothers are doing their thing. But damn it, Jordan Poole, you better wake the hell up. Because if you come that third scoring option like you're supposed to be, Lakers are in trouble. Because D'Angelo Russell's going to have a hard time with Steph Curry. We're going to see how Austin Reeves do with Klay Thompson. Draymond Green, if he can be the facilitator, playmaker that he's known to be, he can put LeBron James or anybody guard him or Richie Harmore. He can put them in a bind because of his playmaking and finding the wide open shooters. Kevon Looney, if you can do what you did against Sabonis, if you can replicate that against Anthony Davis, the champs will be heading back to the Western Conference Finals. And by the way, Golden State has never lost any Western Conference. I hope y'all realize that. The only time Golden State lost when it comes to postseason play is in the finals. Before they became a championship, let me take that back. Ever since they became a championship team back in 2015 or 2016, should I say, or 2015, the Warriors have not lost in the Western Conference playoffs. Ever since their first title with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson them in 2015, they have not lost a Western Conference series since. We are in the year 2023. They missed the playoffs once or twice during this run, during this 8-year run. Outside of that, they're making it to the finals. They are making it to the finals. So what is going to happen here between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Golden State Warriors? Oh, and by the way, I'm picking Boston because I actually had Boston meet with the Milwaukee Bucks in these conferences in my preseason pick. But Milwaukee's gone, so that means I have to work with Boston. So I'm rolling with Boston. I give Boston 6. LeBron James is going to do LeBron James things. Anthony Davis, let's see what he does against Kevon Looney and Draymond Green from time to time. Steph Curry going to do Steph Curry things, but can Klay Thompson be the Splash Brothers? Can Jordan Poole show the hell up? Man, I'm calling Jordan Poole out. If anybody I'm calling out Jordan Poole. Can he be the splash cousin that he need to be? And if all that works out, Warriors in 6. I'm taking the Golden State Warriors. I'm taking the reigning defending NBA champions in 6 games over the Los Angeles Lakers. That's just me. Okay, I'm picking Boston in 6. I'm picking Golden State in 6, which means Golden State will be finishing off the Lakers on the road like they finished off the Golden State. And, Boston, I think Boston's the better team. I just also believe Boston's the better team front and back, without question. That's just me. So, with that being said, tonight you have the 76ers and Celtics game 1, 7:30 TNT. Follow that game 2 between the Phoenix Suns and the Denver Nuggets as the Nuggets are up 1-0, looking to go up 0-2 before they head down to the desert to take on games 3 and 4 in Phoenix. Tomorrow, game 2 of the Miami Heat and the New York Knicks at Madison Square Garden, 7:30 TNT tip-off time. We'll see what Jimmy Butler plays. We'll see if Julius Randle plays in those games. And then game 1 of the Los Angeles Lakers and the Golden State Warriors following Heat and Knicks to get started. With game 1 up in San Francisco at Chase Center. All right.